Well, according to a new study, many of our current lifestyles are making it a lot harder to drop those unwanted pounds. So here to help us find fresh approaches to weight loss are Brooke Schoenenberg and Katie Hancock. All right, Brooke, let's start with you. Why is it so hard, do you think, for Americans to lose weight in today's crazy, busy modern world?
Well, I think it's more difficult because not only do we have the work-family balance, but there's so many new things that we have now that didn't exist a few years ago. All of the on-demand convenience services, things like grocery delivery, and then of course we're more sedentary than we ever have been before. So all of these things just culminate and make weight loss more difficult.
Well, then let me follow that with, what do you think are some key factors to develop a successful plan of weight loss?
So I think of a three-tiered approach. So you have to always, of course, think about diet, healthy eating, getting back in the kitchen, cooking your own meals. Secondly, I think about how can I move more, be more physically active during the day. And then third, I always think about education, just what comprises a healthy lifestyle. And so if you practice those three things, then it can always help.
All right, Katie, and let me bring you in here. What's your weight loss story, as they say, and how's it gone?
Yeah, so my story composes of four things because I had to change a lot about my lifestyle. So the biggest thing was realizing what I wanted to do and how, and the way I did that was through nutrition, and I did that through support. I did that using a supplement called iRemove, and then I also did that through fitness, taking care of my body physically.
So do you think, I mean, those last couple things you mentioned, you think that's why I assume everybody who's tried weight loss has tried other programs and things. Do you think that's what made it successful this time around, or what made it successful?
I think having that support, whether it's a professional like Brooke who can be there as a doctor or a nutritionist, things like that, or whether it's family and friends, having them on board with what your plan is, having that accountability to somebody. I think doing it for the right reasons. I did it for myself. You have to go back to what that why is and why you're doing it, so when those times get difficult, you can remember why you're doing this in the first place. And then it's all those little consistent things, eating right and working out and taking care of your body. I think if you're not doing all four of those, that's when we get the self-sabotage. That's when things don't work out.
And Brooke, she mentioned that having you was a big reason for her success. So talk a little bit about why it's important to have a healthcare professional help you through this process.
Well, I wish I could take credit for some of Katie's success, but we didn't get to work together, unfortunately. But, you know, as a dietitian, I feel like I do offer support. And so, you know, it's one of the things that a lot of people don't do. They don't talk to their healthcare professionals, and I feel like you need to start with them because they can help clear up some of the misinformation, and they can communicate with you about what can be achievable, what can be sustainable for a weight loss program.
And Katie, as we finish up here, what do you have to say to folks out there who are looking to shed weight?
I'd say get started today. I'd say make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and that should be you always, as self-care first and foremost. Absolutely. And reach out for support. Don't be scared. The more people you have on your team, the better. We're human, we need help, and support comes in a lot of different ways.
Very cool, very cool. Appreciate you guys joining us. And real quick, where can everybody go to get all this in one place?
WeightLossFindings.com.
And that was Zaluvida who brought you that information.